Little bit of coffee. We are back for another week, and we just finished off the dwarves, so it's time to start getting into the next thing. I'm going to try to swap back into Grimdark Future, and I really wanted to paint up these guys. These guys, you can't really tell, but they are from, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'll put it. It'll pop up on the screen. Oshimanuma minis. They have like it's a. I'll even maybe just show some of the photos so you can actually properly see what these guys look like before the video gets too far into it. But yeah, I love these guys. I'm trying to use the sort of the ghostly waves that come up into it. I kind of just want to do like a really bright green, probably just the fluoro green up here from Army Painter. But I've also got these bases. So these bases are from Zabba Workshops. Again, they'll pop up. And they have, so it's from a ruined city. And so they has this little lava wave going through, but I'm not going to do it as lava. I'm just going to do it as green goo. And I can put all these guys onto these bases and just have them coming out of these rivers. Or, like this one's, got it on the side. And then you come up onto the thing and you just like plonk that guy there. So I need a little bit of sculpting. So that it looks like they're coming out of the water and ready to murder people. And I just want to do that. And then I'm probably just going to do like everything else just be super rusted metal. Like really, really rusted. I'll just paint everything in rust and then just come back, I think, and just stipple a little bit of metal on there. And that'll be it. Just make them look old and weathered and ghostly and gross. And yeah, that's the plan. So I'm going to go do some sculpting now and hopefully, I keep looking at this point of the camera. Every video. Yes, I'm going to go do this now. Yeah. Well, they've all been sculpted onto their bases for the ones that needed to be sculpted on. I figured while I'm waiting for this to dry, it's a good time to go over my squad. So we've got my Robot Lord, who's going to have Caster 2. Nothing really that special outside of that for him. I've got this guy and this guy who are Eternals. So they've got a 3+ on quality, which is pretty strong. 18-inch range and 2 attacks. And they're a 2-up on defense. So they're quite strong as far as units are concerned. I've then got my robot swarms in the back, which are, they got 3 toughness. They're not really that good otherwise, but they got Strider, so they can get across easy or difficult terrain. And then these 2 guys, turn this guy around so you can kind of see him a bit better, without knocking too much of the stuff off. These guys are my Flesh Eaters. So they've got Tunneler, which means that they can pop up within 1 inch of an enemy after the first round as an ambush. So the idea with this squad, there is only 7 people for 300 points, but the idea is that my Caster and my Eternals kind of lay down ground fire for the first round, and I just try to swarm things with these guys, because everyone else is slow. All these guys are slow, but my bot swarms aren't. So the bot swarms just need to get to another marker and hopefully hold that point down while these guys lay out fire, and then whenever I work out whatever the most important piece of my enemy's crew is, that's when these guys, these Flesh Eaters, just pop up and hopefully wreck someone in their back line. That's the goal anyways. Whether it comes out on the table is it's always different once you start rolling dice. Alright, so I just finished doing the highlights through the airbrush on these guys, which I think has turned out really well. Getting a little bit better with my trigger finger, which is turning out, making these things turn out a little bit better. Especially love like on these guys, just like all the little lights on them. So I definitely want to try and make the the OSL like the main focus of these minis. But I was about to start spraying green on them because I'll just do that through the airbrush. That seems like probably the best way to apply it, seeing as I've had to do some overspray for the white as well, just to get the OSL effect. And then I'm like, I should probably do everything else first. So, oh man, I didn't shave that down. I may have to do that and then respray that black. It looks terrible. Yeah, so I'm going to do that first. I've got to paint everything else and then I'll come back with the airbrush and do the airbrushing after that and re-establish some of the whites, I think, because they're looking good. They look pretty cool, but yeah, I got to make sure I know what the hell I'm painting everything else first. Alright, so I'm just going to slather this Grim Rust on everything and then go back over with a metallic, like a true metallic, and just kind of stipple it on afterwards. It's come out pretty well on these guys. I was expecting it to be a little bit more liquidy, so I put it in this, and it is can't really see that, but it is quite thick. It's got little granules and everything else in it, but it doesn't really go on like a speed paint or something, which is what I was kind of expecting. That's alright, we can work with that. Alright, so we got all these guys rusted over. So next we're just going to come in, stipple on some heavy metal. Yeah, and hopefully just keep a lot of that rust in and around in all the little tight spaces. Hopefully it looks okay. Now that we've got all of the models done with the metal and the rust, or the rust and metal, I'm still wondering if I want to do another level of shininess to these guys, because I'll have to decide that before I go through and start doing the fluoro colors. But for now, we're going to go back. I've just poured out some white. I'm going to go back and re-establish all the white, because that all needs to be re-established, because I kind of painted over half of it. These guys are all done. We've highlighted, we've re-established the whites, highlighted a little bit of the ground, which is a slightly lighter grey. It comes up a bit more on this rock. I think I am definitely going to go through with plate metal now and just quickly just tap on some of the very, very toppiest corners and highlight, and to see if that makes it look better or worse. I don't know, is that worth it? Can't really even tell that I've done it. Got the airbrush ready. Gonna go through with some matte white. We just wanna, put a little bit of the glow effect around where the whites actually are into places that I'm guessing the glow is gonna reflect, like along the inside of the metal arms. That sort of thing. Just, places where where the lava pool that they're coming out of, and all of them are going to glow against. So I just want to spread that white highlight a little bit. White, and then we're just going to smash everything with Data Glow. I have no idea how this is going to turn out. I think I'm probably going to have to darken it back down. I also don't know how this is going to go through the airbrush. So I'll probably have to do a little bit of a... Like, it's pretty liquidy. So it might be fine to just go straight through the airbrush. We're going to find out and see how long it takes me to clean up the airbrush if I clog it up. Alright, so this is my team done. I gave them a good old black rim job off screen. You guys don't need to see that. But they're all finished. That is, I mean, it's I like it. I'm considering the idea of going over all of the billowy bits with like a darker color, like to make it look smoky. But I'm also worried about ruining the entire thing. I might do like a little like Earnbot or something like that, do that up and just test it on a smaller model first before I test it on these guys, just to see if it comes out okay. But yeah, other than that, they're done. 7 activations, Robot Legion. 5 activations because these guys will be ambush. They'll come in turn 2. But that should be enough. That means that I can try and get them out and use them first before they get utterly destroyed. I think this team will work. I do have a friend who he thinks that if you do anything other than the max activations, there being 10, you're basically wasting your time. But he also wins a lot of games. So I think I've only beaten him once in like a year of us playing. So yeah, 7 activations isn't bad, I don't think, especially when I've got Spellcaster 2 here. So that's essentially another... could be another activation or another a turn for damage. Don't know what I'm going to do next. I am glad that I finally got to put name on screen Moshuna Mini's Robot Legion. Finally. I've had these printed out for like 2 years. And I finally got them done. So next thing will be Crabs, but I'm probably going to do something in the Fantasy series next. So I'll probably finish with my High Elves, I think, because I've still got to finish them off. So I'll finish off my High Elves and then maybe move back into Oshuna Mini's Crabs for... what are they? Hive. The Alien Hive. Which I really like them. That'll be something interesting. Alright, well,